6 months ago, my father passed away. A man of few words and many secrets, he left me his old cabin deep in the woods. A place I barely knew existed. It wasn't much to look at. Just an aging structure, swallowed by towering pines and creeping shadows. But it was his, and now it was mine. I decided to go there alone, to clean it up before selling it off. What I found inside would haunt me forever. The moment I stepped through the creaking door, an unbearable stench hit me like a freight train. It wasn't just any smell, it was the scent of death itself. The kind of smell that creeps under your skin, into your lungs, and twists your stomach into knots. It hung heavy in the stale air, thick and suffocating, as if the cabin was holding its breath, waiting for something. Or someone. I stood frozen, heart pounding like a drum in my chest. My skin prickled, every hair on my arm standing on end. What had been left behind in this place? I swallowed hard, trying to steady my trembling hands. This was my father's place. How could it smell like this? The darkness inside swallowed the weak light filtering through grimy windows. Shadows danced eerily on the walls, and every creak of the wooden floor beneath my feet sounded like a whisper in the silence. I forced myself to move deeper inside. My footsteps echoed hollowly in the empty rooms. The cold was biting, creeping through the thin walls, wrapping around me like icy fingers. I shivered, pulling my jacket tighter. Then, just as I was about to call it quits for the day, I heard it. A faint rustling coming from above, from the attic. My heart jumped. Could it be animals? Raccoons? Questions collided in my mind, but the dread curling in my gut told me otherwise. I searched the room for the retractable ladder. My fingers trembled as I pulled it down, each creak sounding louder than it should in the oppressive silence. Slowly, I climbed up, the wooden steps groaning under my weight. The air grew colder, damper as I reached the attic. I squinted into the gloom. What I expected to be a nest of raccoons or abandoned debris was something far more unsettling. Scattered across the floor were fresh food wrappers, empty beer cans, signs of life. Someone had been here. Recently the thought hit me like a punch to the gut. I'm not alone in this cabin? A cold sweat broke out as panic clawed at my chest. I stepped back down, my mind racing. Who could it be? What did they want? Every shadow now seemed to hide something sinister. I tried to shake off the growing fear, telling myself it was just some squatter. Maybe a homeless person. But as night fell and darkness wrapped the cabin in its cold embrace, the fear grew heavier, suffocating. That night, I sat alone on the battered couch. The only light, a faint, flickering bulb casting long shadows on the peeling walls. The silence was deafening. Every creak, every whisper of wind outside made me jump. I stared into the corners of the room, searching for anything unusual. And then I saw it, a dirty old blanket I hadn't noticed before, crumpled in the corner like it didn't belong. I blinked, my breath catching. The blanket moved. I froze, heart hammering so loud I thought it might burst from my chest. A bottom of a boot, grimy and worn, peeked out from beneath the blanket. The fabric shifted slowly, up and down like someone was breathing underneath it, just 5 feet away from me. My mind screamed at me to move, to run. But my body was rooted to the spot, paralyzed with terror. Who are you? What do you want? I whispered inside my head, though no sound left my lips. The darkness around us seemed to press closer, shrinking the space between safety and danger. I felt the weight of those breaths, the presence of something alive and unknown sharing the room with me. The monstrous reality hit me hard. I was not alone, not by a long shot. My hands fumbled for my keys. Every second felt like an eternity as the blanket twitched again. I didn't wait for what might come next. I bolted, heart screaming, lungs burning, sprinting to the car as fast as I could. I didn't look back. I couldn't. I just drove away from that cabin, the smell, the darkness, and the uninvited guest. But the fear didn't leave me. It followed me, lingering like a shadow, a reminder that some places hold secrets better left undiscovered. And sometimes when the night is still and quiet, I wonder if that stranger is still there, waiting in the dark, beneath the old blanket. watching, breathing.